Greetings, greetings, greetings. Shout out to everybody who's here, everybody who's diving deep. How you feeling today, deep divers? Shout out to everyone who's here. Peace, love, and harmony to all of you wonderful deep divers. I hope your day is going good. I hope everyone's day is going good. Like I say, I'm back. We are back, deep divers. And shout out to everyone who's diving deep. Shout out to everyone who's raising the frequency, raising the vibration. Nothing but good energy here. Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Shout out to all of you. We are on the live show. And what's today's topic? What are we going to be talking about? Civilization's final warning. Native Americans warned us. The Hopi prophecy is playing out now. We got a lot to talk about. And I got the background music, deep divers. That's why I got the headphones on. Ralph, why have you got the headphones on? Deep divers, I've got the headphones on because I got the background music. I got the background music. The Native American background music. We're going to talk about the Hopi prophecy. We're going to talk about how the Native Americans warned us about what was coming. We're going to talk about how the Hopi prophecy is playing out right now. We're going to talk about all of it, deep divers. Shout out to everyone who's here, everyone who's diving deep. We can dive straight into it, or we can raise the frequency. Shout out to everyone who's here. Let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the frequency. Let's really raise the frequency.
Wanna bathe myself in you. Wanna break my soul in two. 'Cause I would die to give what I take. Illusions still on my skin. They
Now that was powerful. So I got the background music, deep divers. Let me shout out to Inner Knowing You Are Appreciated. The way we treat ourselves is the way we treat others. Is the way we treat animals, is the way we treat nature, and is the way nature responds to us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Inner Knowing You Are Appreciated. Right? And we're going to have fun, deep divers. First of all, once again, shout out to everyone who's been getting the #1 best-selling book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. ralphsmart.com/the book. Also, Good Ass Prana shirts, ralphsmart.com/clothes. All new limited designs. Go and check them out. And the book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart. ralphsmart.com/the book. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. Go and check that out. Shout out to everyone who's in the chat. Like I say, deep divers, we're going to talk about it. Civilization's final warning. Native Americans warned us. The Hopi prophecy is playing out now. Now, I'm going to share with you some information. You know, I made the video earlier on. A lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people saying, Ralph, thanks so much for making that video. But I had to make it because, you know, I've been researching the Hopi tribe for a long time, and it's fascinating, mind-boggling, the information they left. The information correlates to exactly what's happening right now on the planet. It's mind-boggling, right? So we can talk about one of the Native American prophecies, right? And this one is a very famous one. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come onto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. This is a very, very powerful Hopi prophecy. Well, it's got everything to do with what's happening right now. Shout out to everyone who's here. And I'm reading every single question. You got a question? Hit that super chat. Leave a comment. Deep divers, you're all appreciated. Beyond Cycle, you are appreciated. Hi Ralph, I love your work so much. Do you think you'll do a live one-to-one with Billy Carson? Absolutely. You know, like I say, everything in divine timing. You know, I already had the brother 19 Keys on the show. I've done a lot of collaborations, and that's what it's all about. I always say unity is what it's all about right now. Thank you so much. So, Civilization's final warning. Native Americans warned us. The Hopi prophecy is playing out now. You know, there is so much wisdom when we talk of the Native Americans. When we talk of everything that's happening right now. And I got inspired to make that video today because I came across a great article, and I'm going to read you the article. Then we're going to dive into it. So let me read you the article, deep divers. Let me read you the article because this article is fascinating. So, how you feeling today, deep divers? I know you're enjoying that background music. Let me shout out to Nicholas K in the house. Let me shout out to Nicholas K in the house. Nicholas K, you're most definitely appreciated. Gratitude, my brother. Sorry for the low tip. No, that's appreciated. Like I say, I appreciate you because gratitude is key. I'm grateful. So, gratitude, my brother. Sorry for the low tip. I was just got let go from my job. Keep the vibes high and remember to do something today that yourself that you can thank yourself for tomorrow? Time for the real spirits, absolutely. Nicholas K, you're most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you. So let me read you this article, Deep Divers. And this article inspired today's video. So the Hopi prophecies are coming true. Here's why we should pay attention. This is a fascinating article. I'll read it to you very quickly. Right? So in 1990, I had the extraordinary opportunity to visit the home of Martin and Thomas, Hopi elders in Hotivilla, the last traditional village on the Hopi Massas, in the midst of the searing dry and vast Arizona desert. To Western eyes, this almost inhospitable land is where one nation, the Hopi, had thrived without warfare for over 1,000 years. There is a sense of profound freedom, clear and stark as the distant horizon. The Hopi are the preeminent dry farmers on earth. When they speak about the elemental realities, it is on the order of revelation. Thomas shared the vision of the now famous Hopi prophecies that describe this time of power, tioni, of purification, of social and ecological disruption that will eventually bring a time of lasting peace over the world's people. But before that, we will have to go through the eye of the storm. Now, that's powerful right there, because the Hopi speak of this time as actually us entering the fifth world. And it's a time where humanity is at the last cycle. And before there can be long-lasting peace, we're going to find ourselves in the midst of the storm, right? So let me continue to read this article, Deep Divers, because there are some great points in this. Okay, let me read you this part. When I first heard Thomas's words, I received them mainly as stories, warnings about Western man's way of life that was out of balance with the Creator's law, a law that was once the very basis of our own Declaration of Independence. An indigenous group has disappeared every year since 1900. What unique and immemorial relationship with existence has humanity expunged in the name of progress? The answers are starting to haunt civilization in ways we cannot measure. So when you remind yourself, a lot of the way people are living right now is actually going against nature. We've broken the laws. And this is what the Hopi were warning humanity about. This is what the great elders were warning humanity about, that once you break universal laws, all hell is going to break loose. And that's what's happened. I spoke about what's going on in the Amazon rainforest. Once upon a time, there were 6 billion trees. Now there are only 3 billion trees. WWF, World Wild Fund, this organization which collects all of this research on ecology, says that by 2030, the most essential rainforest, which is the Amazon rainforest, a quarter of it will be gone. By 2050, it could be up to 40%. So everything, once again, going back to that Hopi prophecy, we're in it right now. It's actually playing out right now. But we're going to get on to the good news in a second. Let me continue to read the article. Shout out to everyone who's in the chat. Hit that like button, deep diver, share the video. Hit that like button, deep diver, share the video. And I'm reading every single question. The Hopi had been trying to get their message to the United Nations for years. They would succeed in addressing the General Assembly, but their voice would fall on deaf ears. Thomas raised his arms as if brandishing an imaginary sword, the potential sword of nuclear annihilation, the nuclear sword of Damocles that hangs over all civilization and the planet. The Hopi had suffered mercilessly at the hands of the US government. In 1906, they were even starved, so the outlaw traditional would sign a contract with Washington, D.C., all in clear violation of what would later become the Genocide Convention Implementation Act. Let me shout out to everyone who's here. Let me read you something which is very important. So this whole article talks about so much. I just had to bring it up because I just wanted to talk to you about this Hopi wisdom. And one of the things they talk about in this article is how they're caretakers. Caretaking is at the center of the native people's concerns for the millennia. They hold the universe in their hands, as the elders exclaim, but today they have lost the power to fulfill their true role. Native title to land was based, according to the Hopi, on caretaking. Their home was not based on conquest, and they knew that any empire built on conquest must inevitably crumble. And that's very important, because the article is saying any empire built on conquest will inevitably crumble. But you're gonna want to check out that article, but I just had to read you a little bit of it. But shout out to everyone who's here. Let me just dive into it. So, Civilization's final warning. Native Americans warned us. The Hopi prophecy is playing out. One of the things the Hopi talked about is how a lot of people on this planet have become out of tune not only with the planet but with themselves. And anything we do to the planet, we're actually doing to ourselves. And that's so important. Quintessential one, you are appreciated. The Koji indigenous tribe of Northern Colombia also warning the world. Message to little brother. Absolutely. The warning has been out there. The warning has been out there for so long. And you got to be listening. The Hopi talked about how we're actually entering the fifth world. And this is key. Because, you see, with the way the world is, a lot of people have kind of neglected the ancient wisdom. And there's so much you can learn from the elders. The Hopi were the only tribe not to sign a treaty with the US government. So that's very, very important because they still hold so much of who they are in North America. And once again, this Hopi prophecy, when the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come onto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. This is the good news, because you see, right now on the planet, there are chosen ones amongst us. There are light workers amongst us. There are people who are the warriors of the rainbow. And that's the good news. There are a lot of people from all different areas of life, people who are diving deep in the four corners of the planet. And that's the good news, that warriors of the rainbow are uniting. But you also have to realize a lot of the world this is the final warning. Because you see, I could have read the whole article, but I'll leave it. But one thing I said in the video, that Dr. Frankenstein will be turning in his grave. Because what humanity has unleashed is beyond the wildest dreams of Dr. Frankenstein. That's what the Hopi elders said. And you might ask why. So, I always put it in points. Let's start with the first point. And the first point is Western man's way of life was out of balance with the Creator's law. That's number one. We didn't invent laws, driving laws, this law, that law. We didn't invent laws. Laws were here way before us. So once you deviate from these original laws of the universe, all hell is going to break loose. I told you about what's happening in the ocean in Texas. Big things are happening. Fish washing ashore. It's all the signs of the times. And this is all because, humanity's ego has taken over. Humanity's ego has got the best of it. We are in the midst of the eye of the storm. And this is huge. Because you see, once upon a time, the Native American Hopi, they were able to study the universe and other indigenous cultures all around the planet. But we're talking about the Hopi today. They were able to study the universe. They were able to see the seasons, the cycles, and they knew this time was coming. They knew this time was coming because, like I said, any land that's taken through conquest, it's inevitable that the empire will crumble. And that's what you see in the West. That's what you see in the US. That's what you see all over Europe, because of the foundation. It was built on a house of cards. Everything they show you in the media is mind control, brainwashing. And a lot of people are waking up right now. That's the good news. That's the good news. Shout out to everyone who's here. How you feeling, deep divers? Oh yeah, we got the nice background music. People say, "Oh, Ralph, I like that song," right? Lydia Hill, you most definitely appreciated. Thank you so much, Lydia Hill. Healing begins from within. And I believe once we can make that commitment to ourselves, only then can we do this for others. Absolutely. Absolutely. That was a powerful point. Healing begins from within. And I believe once we make that commitment to ourselves, only then can we do this for others. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the whole world has to heal. Humanity is in need of big healing. The Native Americans, they were healers by nature. They were healers by nature. And you see, a lot of people in modern civilization don't know anything about healing. And the reason why is because modern society has become consumed by greed, ego, and this is why you see what's happening on the planet. I told you what's happening with TikTok, all of these apps. People want fame. They want to go viral. But you ask them, why do you want to go viral? Why do you want fame? They can't tell you. They just say, I just want attention. And this is the seeds that's been sown for destruction, because the message has been lost from modern day society. And that's why the Hopi were waking people up. Anthony himself shout out to you. You are appreciated. Hi, Ralph. Do you drink kombucha? Appreciation for all you do. Absolutely. I love kombucha. Beautiful. Green tea, fermented green tea. It's powerful because it has life coaches. You know, I always tell people, kombucha is a great health drink because it's got the healthy bacteria you need. It's got the life coaches. You know, it's worth it. It's not cheap, but it's worth it. You know, I love kombucha. I had a kombucha phase, Anthony. Shout out to all of you wonderful deep divers. So, Civilization's final warning. Native Americans warned us. The Hopi prophecy is playing out now. What the Native Americans also warned us of: civilization has unleashed a monster beyond the wildest dreams of Dr. Frankenstein. You know, the fifth world that we're entering, that the Hopis prophesized, is where the land of milk and honey, the abundance, the time where there was enough food to go around, enough water to go around, that's coming to an end. Once again, take into consideration, the prophecy is also talking about how it has to get worse before it gets better. It will get better, but humanity is at the crossroads. And, you know, I just said, gosh, I got to make a video about this today because I was researching it. I'm like, oh my gosh, everything they're saying in this Hopi prophecy is 100% true. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come onto the earth, from many colors, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. It was written, and this is a good thing to know. It was written, and you can see the fall of civilization as I'm speaking. Banking collapses. Deep divers, by the way, that video of the UFO in Las Vegas, okay, that video, they could see the alien in the shadows. I saw the video. First-hand witness the UFO crash in Las Vegas. The guy recorded it. And if you look closely into the footage, you can see the giant figure. And these are all the signs of the times. You see, all indigenous cultures have always known that we are only a part of the ecosystem. And this is the great wisdom the Hopi elders had. We're only a part of the ecosystem. Modern day Western society has become an ego system. And this is the reason why you see so much craziness happening. Because the ego is a very, very dangerous master. It will only lead you to the gallows. And that's what's happened. But when we talk of the Native American people, indigenous people all around the world, they were living in harmony with Gaia. People always say, Ralph, gosh, why do you always make videos in the heart of nature? And I always tell you, because nature is home. Gaia is home. And this is what the Native Americans knew. Sitting by the campfire, communing with your fellow brother, your fellow sister, knowing about the sun cycles, the moon cycles, and all of this wisdom is still here because they wrote it down. They passed it on through oral tradition. So that's the good news. And when you get into the Hopi prophecies and really study them, you realize everything that they're talking about is actually happening. You know, I spoke about how in these last days of the Matrix, in these last times of the Matrix, everything is in reverse. Everything is in reverse. So when you live in reverse, LIVE, it becomes evil, EVIL. And there's a whole shift in the Matrix, whole agenda in the Matrix to make sure that you live in reverse. And this is what the Hopi prophecy was all about, that humanity will plunge into big ignorance only because it's broken the laws, it's broken the universal laws. And when you break a universal law, it will always come back to bite you in the ass. And that's what's happening right now. There is hope because once again, the prophecy said, a new tribe of people shall come onto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. So we got to remind ourselves that the warriors of the rainbow are here. You know, I meet a lot of people, deep divers, every single day who are very awake. Young people who have seen my videos, other people's videos, and they're actually now starting to remember who they really are. And that gives me so much hope. You know, I'm never one to say, oh, things aren't going to work out. I know we are living in the best times ever. But you see, you have to realize what time it is. This is the time to step up your game. This is the time to step up your game. BWAEM, you are appreciated. Ralph, how do I deal with anxiety of all of this information? It's like I'm on the edge, but excited. Thank you for everything, Ralph. Hey, that's a great question. Let me tell you this, that don't overwhelm yourself. It's going to be giving you anxiety sometimes, information like this and other information, just the whole world in general. But you have to realize the anxiety will disappear the closer you get to the truth. Because all of this information is liberation, is setting you free. All of the Hopi wisdom. You should be thankful to say, hey, I'm so happy I know about these prophecies. And that's how the anxiety starts to disappear. The Hopi elders are helping humanity through the prophecies. They're actually leading humanity to the right path, guiding humanity out of the darkness into the light. And if you are someone who has anxiety just in the world of information, you've got to take one step at a time. You've got to remind yourself, don't consume all the information at once. Take baby steps. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone who's here. So like I said, Civilization's final warning. Native Americans warned us. The Hopi prophecy is playing out. You know, I wrote down that in the Matrix, we are in this whole cycle of ignorance right now. So this is the season. It's coming to an end, but we're still in the season of ignorance. You know, the Hindus call this the Kali Yuga cycle, right? It's the age of ignorance. And that corresponds to the Native American Hopi prophecy. That humanity is at the last cycle of deception, ignorance, foolery. And that's the reason why, if you are someone who can see what's happening, just realize that it's okay. It's just that the whole house is coming down. And it's going to be ugly. You know, sometimes you might see a video on the internet. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm seeing this. And we're in a stage right now where people are going to do it more. You're going to see more outrageous videos, more shock videos, because humanity has to do this to wake up. But it's going to wake up. It has to still go through these phases. You see, Instagram is not what it used to be. Once upon a time, when Instagram first came out, people were excited, but it got watered down because people said, actually, I want to connect with real people. So eventually, everything comes full cycle. And this is what the Native Hopi prophecy was all about. When you are someone who lives in the Maya, the illusion, eventually you will come back to the truth. And what we're seeing right now on the planet is this whole shift towards people who really want to be authentic. We're seeing a whole shift when it comes to people wanting to connect to other people who are going to help them raise the frequency. We're seeing a whole shift with people, I want to become my greatest version. Right now, go and look at people's profiles. What are they saying? I want to be my best version. That's a good sign. That's a good sign, deep divers, because right now, people know it's no longer cool being ignorant. It's no longer cool dumbing down. It's no longer cool not knowing who you are. There's a whole shift. Not just people who are awake, but people who are just regular people around. There's a whole shift where people want to do better. They want to feel better. And that's the good news. And we've got to remind ourselves that humanity has a good chance to get out of it. It has a real good chance to get out of it. But it's going to take work. You know, what happens when you do your part? You can sleep at night. And that's why I always say the Hopi prophecy is just telling people that you are the world. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. And go back to camping in the heart of nature. When was the last time you went camping, deep divers? Have you been camping? Have you slept outside? Because when you do, it's totally different. You know, there's that whole meme. This is a 5,000. No. This is a 5 billion star hotel. Look at those stars. So some people say, hey, I'm in a 5-star hotel. But that's nothing compared to a 5 billion star hotel. So you got a 5-star hotel and you got a 5 billion star hotel. That's the difference. So it's amazing. A lot of people haven't even slept outside, gone camping. And if you do that, all of a sudden you start to feel alive. You start to get in tune with Gaia. And this is what the Native Americans would do every single day. They would be sleeping and they would be seeing the stars. So it's no wonder they were so tapped in, they were so tuned in. It's no wonder. What happens in today's society, in the matrix? A lot of people on their iPhone 24/7. They come home, Netflix and chill, play a video game, watch a program, go to sleep. Same thing. So most people in the Matrix have never actually seen what's out there. And, you know, when we talk of humanity really getting back to its feet, you got to see what's out there, you know. And that's what it's always about. That's what it's always about. You know, there's so much wisdom in that Hopi prophecy. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come onto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. You know, one thing I do like about the Hopi elders is that they're not here to tell you nice things all the time. You know, they're saying, hey, humanity, if you don't get your act together, it's over. Because a lot of people don't really realize that everything that's happening on the planet, whether it's Russia and Ukraine, whether it's wherever or whatever, is happening for a reason, because this is just part of the karmic cycle of humanity. Until humanity is ready to really wake up and take responsibility, the cycle will continue. Good news that in this prophecy, they say they will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. There are so many warriors of the rainbow all around us, you know, and what it needs is people to really be warriors of the rainbow, who are able to infiltrate the matrix. That's what I've done. People say, Ralph, gosh, how did you go mainstream? How did you get a message to millions of people? And I said, doing a little samba, baby. Good frequencies, good vibrations. And this is how the whole world is going to wake up. But you have to also see a lot of people have dived into a low frequency on the planet. A lot of people have dived into a low vibration on the planet. And this is the reason why the Hopi prophecy is so important. Deep diver, shout out to everyone who's here, everybody who's diving deep. Everybody who's diving deep. How you feeling today? Right? So make sure you hit that like button, deep divers. Hit that like button, share this video. Hit that like button and share this video. It's all about people of the world uniting. So hit that like button, deep divers. You got a question? Put it in the super chat. Listen to this. Let's raise the frequency.
Because my right is my right, like my life. You know, all I have is my life. When I check it out, the biggest man was a baby one time. So I don't know when get all of these big ideas want to be rulers over people.
There's a miscommunication, and these are the situations. And jail is the plantation. Nobody have no patience to save our babies from temptations. These are the days that we're living revelations. That somebody's not broke, searching out that medication. People around the world, black, Hispanics, Asian, Caucasian. It's time for celebrations. People in the world.
people all over the world right now, time to wake up. Wake up, humanity. So one of the other Hopi prophecies is that a lot of people will forget. A lot of people will forget. And we've got to remind ourselves right now, a lot of people have forgotten. A lot of people have forgotten because you see, the Hopi way of life, the Native American way of life was one of mindfulness, meditation. And this is intrinsic to how powerful the tribe was. In today's modern world in the West, a lot of people don't have time for that. A lot of people don't make time for that. And this is the reason why what's happened is people aren't realizing what they're actually creating. People are just getting up, rushing around, but they're not realizing they are creating a huge karmic debt that's going to come back, and humanity is going to have to face it. Until humanity take a look at itself, does a shadow work, they're still going to be in bondage. And this is the foundation of the Hopi prophecy. The foundation of the Hopi prophecy. But like I said, I had to make this video today in the heart of nature because that information I stumbled across, that was powerful. Shout out to everyone who's here, deep divers. Dow L, you are appreciated. Ralph, how would you define getting our act together? Specifically, what are some practical changes we might make in our life? That's a great question. You got to remind yourself that you have to change your lifestyle. That's first and foremost. You have to change your lifestyle. And also you have to be brave. You know, everything we do is going to require bravery, going to the next level. And you see, a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are starting to figure it out. But there's a difference between knowing and acting. You can know something, but how is your life matching that? That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. So you have to put your money where your mouth is. You have to really now start saying, okay, I know about this, but how does my lifestyle reflect what I'm doing? How does my lifestyle reflect what I'm doing? You're going to have to make a choice. Ultimately, all of you are going to have to make a choice. And this is what the Hopi prophecy was all about. It was about making a choice. It was about realizing you can't serve two masters. And this is the reason why the Hopi tribe haven't signed the treaty with the US government. So they're a free sovereign people. They don't have to pay federal taxes, any of that. Because they were smart enough to say, hey, we don't want to sign a treaty that keeps us enslaved. So with everything, you have to remind yourself, it's all about, making sure your lifestyle is matching your words. And it takes time, because a lot of people still want to straddle the fence. Because you see, the truth is, like I did tell you, and like the Hopi elders said, the people who are helping the planet are becoming less and less. And this is the reason why humanity needs help. Once upon a time, there was help everywhere. But now, the elders are saying humanity has to figure this out by itself, because only those who have the ears to listen and the eyes to see will be saved. You know, many are called, only a few are chosen. And a lot of people are going to have to face humble pie in the face. And it's going to be a tough pill to swallow. Because you see, everybody in the Matrix is going to get a wake-up call. And this was everything the Hopis were warning humanity about. You know, it's essentially about being a force for good right now on the planet. Being a force for good. And also realizing that the warriors of the rainbow know who we are. They know each other. You know, there are people who I see. I say, okay, I respect what they're doing. I know exactly what they're doing. I know why they're here. I know their mission. Because it's similar to mine. And we share a common unity. So they are out there, you know. There are people every single day in their own way. You know, they're helping to raise the frequency, raise the vibration. And that's the beauty of the time we're living in right now, deep divers. You can be a nurse and you can help a lot of people. You can be an architect, a scientist, a doctor. Doesn't matter where you work, what you do, you can still do something powerful. And if you realize that whatever you're doing, everyone's supposed to be doing different things, realize it's a gift, what you're here to do. So if you're a teacher, be the best teacher. And there are teachers out there who are doing phenomenal things because they're influencing children right there and then. And this is all part of the Hopi prophecy. You know, we need a new way of teaching, a new education. Everything is backwards in the Matrix for a reason. It's not personal. It's just that it was written that in these last days, all hell would break loose. All hell would break loose. And that's what you see right now. But it's going to come to an end. Because the prophecy also talks about lasting peace after we come out of the eye of the storm. But it's not for everyone, because the prophecy goes into how only a few will remain. Most people will perish with the ignorance. And that's why I told you, you know, we're in a time right now where so much is happening and so much is going to happen. And you have to wake up to say, okay, am I in my mission? Am I in my purpose? Because if you are, you got nothing to worry about. You're already in the 5th dimension. Life is good. Life is fantastic for me because I'm already exactly where I'm supposed to be. You want to be there too. You want to wake up and say, hey, I know exactly who I am, what I'm doing, and I'm reconnecting back to Gaia. And this is all part of the Native American prophecy. You know, we have to take a look right now at the landscape of the world. So many things happening. At the same time, a lot of things that are happening are not positive. when you take a look on the news. I told you about the human emotional vibrational chart, and this is very key because your emotions are actually indicators of your own health. This is what the Native Americans knew. And they realized that a lot of people's emotions, a lot of people have anxiety. A lot of people are overthinking in this matrix. A lot of people have stress, all kind of things. So the emotion is very low frequency. And I told you, to get to that higher frequency, you want to be on the 500 hertz love frequency, 540 hertz joy frequency. And you have to remind yourself that the peace frequency is even higher than the love frequency. And that's why I always say, be at peace. Other religions have taught this. Islam means peace. Islam means peace. So that frequency is extremely powerful. So we are in truly powerful times right now, deep divers. Truly powerful times. The Native Americans warned us. The Hopi prophecy is playing out now, right before your eyes. I spoke about resources on this planet. A lot of people are plundering the resources on planet Earth. And you have to remind yourself that do your bit to recycle all of these things, because it's having a direct correlation with humanity's living conditions. So we're in truly powerful times right now. Once again, the Hopi prophecy. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come onto the earth, from many colors, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. Deep divers, hit that like button, share the video. Hit that like button, deep divers, share the video. Hit that like button, share the video. And reading every single comment. So let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the frequency. I hope everyone is really in a good space, a good vibration. We can go 80s deep divers. I'm actually looking for Chaos Steve. Do I have Chaos Steve song here? Let's raise the frequency.
They hate when you elevate. You're stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly, yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got this whole view to myself. myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation, now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moment.
All about elevation, right? So we've talked about so much, deep divers. We talked about a whole lot. It's fascinating. We can elevate, deep divers. Let's elevate, because we've just been talking nonstop for an hour. Let's elevate. Once again, hit that like button, deep divers. Share the video. Hit that like button, share the video. Hit that super chat, get your comment displayed on the screen. Let's go.
They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, yeah. They hate when you elevate. Elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly, yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got this whole view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation, now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Squatting on bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. I ain't make it this far for myself, yeah. I had to prove to everybody else, yeah. I had to set them straight, yeah. I had to boss, I had to renovate, I know. They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah. I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, yeah. They hate when you elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. Ooh, yeah. Why they wanna bring me down? So much drip, yeah, I almost drowned in it. I can't dim it down. Yeah, I'm way too fired up. I can't simmer down. Ooh, yeah. I see the flashing lights. Make sure the fashion right, yeah. I'm in my bag tonight, yeah. Ooh, I might just pull up a foreign. Watch out, the engine is roaring.
It's all about elevation. That song just raises the frequency instantly. And that's why I say, you know, right now, we got to remind ourselves, like that song there, I like that comment. You know, that song there is especially a song where you have an artist who is, you know, not preaching, but they're putting out a good message. Elevate. Great beat, great message. And this is where humanity is shifting to. You know, you don't have to be holier than thou. You can still be yourself, but, you know, sprinkle some jewels and gems while you're at it. Jess, thank you, Ralph, for all of your videos. Changed me to a better human being. I was raised Christian, died a couple of times. Now I'm a spiritual being, having a human experience. Love you, dude. Hey. You are appreciated, right? So had to bring you that. You know, one thing I did say in today's video, I spoke about how part of the Native American prophecy was how a lot of people would be living a fake life. And when we talk of food, when we talk of nutrition, when we talk of eating right, you know, a lot of people are moving away from the fake stuff. But a lot of people are still eating the fake stuff. And it's only a reflection of society. You know, fast food is accessible, it's cheap, it's easy. To cook a good meal takes time. And most people don't have time for that. So everything you see with grapes not having seeds in them, it's a sign of the times that you have to make sure what you're eating is actual food. It may not be food that you think. It might just be made in a lab somewhere. And this is all part of the Native American prophecy. We're in fascinating times, deep divers, truly fascinating times. One thing I'll tell you as well is that the time we're in right now is a time that you want to be sure of yourself. You want to have the confidence to be who you are. I've got the confidence to be who I am because I know what time we're in. And I know how this is going to play out. And I know a lot of people are going to wake up eventually. And they're going to be waiting for information. They're going to be waiting for some knowledge that can help them. So you got to remind yourself that it's not in vain, because people out there need help. A lot of people are going through, a lot of people have a lot of ailments. You've seen me, deep divers, day in, day out. People say, Ralph, don't you get sick? What's happening? And I told you that the whole universe works in my favor. It's because, like the Native Americans, I'm following the universal laws. I always have health, good energy, good frequencies, good vibrations. You always see me in the heart of nature. And that's the reason why. So we have to remind ourselves to go back there. We're in powerful times right now. Powerful, powerful times. Shout out to everyone who's here in the chat. Hit that like button, deep dive, and share the video. Hit that like button, deep dive, and share the video. And like I always say, I want to thank the Hopi tribe. I want to thank the Cree tribe. I want to thank the Navajo tribe. Because thank you for imparting so much wisdom on humanity. Absolutely. We're going to raise the frequency again. Deep divers, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that like button, hit that share button. Let's raise the frequency. Oh, like I say, I'm reading every single super chat, deep divers. Every single super chat will be displayed on the screen. Hit that super chat. Rare and Iconic LLC, you are appreciated. Turn up that frequency, my guy. 10 years plus watching and listening to you drop gems. Salute, family. Hey, you are appreciated. So let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the frequency. That's what we're here to do. Empath in the office, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. Thanks for your positivity and service. One love. That's what we're here to do. And that's also part of the Native American prophecy. You know, we have to serve. They consider themselves as caretakers of the planet. And they didn't own the land. They were just looking after it. And compare that to the modern world's mindset. It's of owning things, possessing things, The Native Americans knew that you can't take it with you. And everything is temporary. Everything is transient and fleeting. This is the reason why they were so wise. In today's world, they sell you the illusion of permanency. And this is the reason why a lot of people suffer. Because a lot of people are afraid to let go. They're afraid to let go. And I've got nothing to lose, deep divers. Absolutely nothing, because once again, it's all a gift. And it's a gift when you learn how to let go. And this is what the Native American Hopis knew so well. They lived for thousands of years, no war. Thousands of years in peace and harmony. Right? So very, very important. Shyla H, you are appreciated. Just wanted to spread the love. Hey, you are appreciated. And, you know, one of the Hopi prophecies goes like this, you know, the Native American great tale, that the story of the two wolves, right? So inside each and every one of you, you have two wolves. One wolf is full of peace, love, harmony, compassion, joy. And the other wolf is full of destruction, dishonesty, jealousy, envy, greed, hatred. And there's an actual battle going on between these two wolves inside of you. So the boy asks his grandfather which one wins. And the grandfather says, the one that you feed the most. And this ties into the Native American Hopi prophecy. They warned us. Which wolf do you think humanity is feeding the most right now? Do you think humanity is feeding love? Or do you think humanity is feeding war, hatred, greed? Because there's a battle happening. And it's a battle happening between good and evil. It's been happening for thousands of years. And it's coming to a peak right now. And that's why I always say, which wolf is humanity feeding? Are they feeding the wolf of love, compassion? Or are they feeding the wolf of greed, jealousy, and envy? And this is the reason why when you remind yourself you are a microcosm of the macrocosm, this is what the Native Americans knew. They are a microcosm of the macrocosm. And if you can take that with you, great things can happen. Let's raise the frequency, though. Let's raise the frequency.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Once again, deep divers, hit that like button, share the video. Hit that like button, share the video. Let's raise the frequency. I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. so many beautiful deep divers here. Just giving you a taste of deep divers, right? It feels good to raise these frequencies right now. So like I say, deep divers, the Native Americans warned us. One thing you've got to take into consideration is that we're in a truly powerful time. And whoever is watching this video, you're a chosen one. You're watching this video right now, you already know what time it is. And it's a testimony. It's a testament to who you are and your own journey. And this is the time we're in right now. Take a look around. See where people are by what they're tuning into, what they're talking about. You will know people by their conversation. You will know people by their conversation. So, once again, shout out to everyone who's here. Everyone who's diving deep. Like I said, I've got the chat. I'm reading it while I'm over here. I'm also seeing the chat. So I always see every single comment. And I also display every single super chat will be displayed on screen. Like this. Crypto Lifer, you are appreciated. We love you so much. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Crypto Lifer, you are appreciated. You will know people by their conversation. Whether it's relationships, right? You know, a lot of people, a lot of men and women having big difficulties in the matrix getting together. And there's a reason why, because it ties into the Native American prophecy. Everything is connected. Let me repeat this. You can't have a peaceful world with disharmonious people. And this is key. Because you see, a lot of women say, I want to find the right one. A lot of men say, I want to find her. But that's not going to happen. Because it's not got anything to do with attraction. It's got to do with realizing the world is in a terrible state. And you have to do work on yourself. You got to work on yourself. You got to meditate. You got to find out who you really are. Until that point, your relationship is going to be a mirror reflection of what's happening on the planet. This is what the Native Americans knew. The divorce rate is crazy in America. The divorce rate is crazy in America because people get married. Then they say, you know what? I don't want to be with him. I don't want to be with her. Because you realize this person doesn't know anything about anything. And this is the time we're on right now. Now it's not just about how someone looks. It's about, okay, what are you talking about? What are we talking about? Can you carry a conversation? Right? This is the time we're on right now because you see, the way of old was a service relationship. That was the way of old, being on the surface. And that's becoming redundant because a lot of people, they don't want the shallow relationship anymore. A lot of people don't want the shallow relationship. 5D Music scene, you are appreciated. Giving thanks mentor, leveling up because of you. Hey, I appreciate you. 5D Music scene, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. So this ties into the Native American Hopi prophecy. You see, once upon a time, men and women had harmonious relationships. And the reason why is because it was a relationship built on truth. In today's world, you have relationships built on illusions. If you meet someone, even online, you don't even know who the hell that person is. They could be playing a character. They could be catfishing you. They could be pretending to be someone they're not. There are people out there who are actors, who are playing a whole role, and people are getting swindled out of money, all kind of things happening. And this is only a part of the Native American Hopi prophecy. They warned us of this time that there's a lot of fake people out there. There's a lot of people who aren't who they say they are. And the good news is that as we're entering the fifth world, as the Native Americans called it, that is coming to an end. We're at the last cycle of the fakeness. But remind yourself, we're still in the cycle. Collectively, humanity is coming out of it, but it's still in it. And therefore, you have to say, hey, I got to make my life as authentic as possible. But a lot of people are going to still get caught up. And that's okay. People you know, friends, family members, they're still going to get caught up in the big illusion. But this was all part of the prophecy. Once again, that prophecy, when the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come onto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. The warriors of the rainbow are here in full force, full effect. And, I want to encourage all of you to share something, because you need it. Your voice is actually needed. Your voice is needed. If you have information, start a podcast. There are people who have podcast shows and they're not saying much, but it doesn't matter. They're saying something. They're putting something out there that someone is going to consume. And this is the reason why a lot of the world is the way it is, because people who know are afraid to share. And the people who are sharing a lot of the times is people who they don't care. They don't care about judging themselves. They accept themselves. They love themselves. And they don't really care so much about what other people think. And this is what you need right now. As we're moving forward, you got to stop worrying so much about what she thinks, what he thinks, what my mom thinks, my cousin thinks, my brother thinks, my sister thinks. That's going to slow you down. Because you've got to remind yourself that you want to make sure you can put out your message to the whole universe. Everyone should have a podcast show. Everybody should have a podcast show. I always recommend it because it's going to open up doors. It's going to be a therapy to you. And also, you'll find confidence in sharing your message. Athena Spiritual Oracle, you are appreciated. I've been so depressed, Ralph. I feel like there has to be more. Pray for me. Forever your fan for years now. Hey, you're appreciated, Athena. And, I want to tell you that you're going to get through it. Athena, you're going to get through it. Depression is needed as well. That's also part of the Hopi prophecy. Many people will get depressed because you see the way society has been set up in the Matrix. It makes people tired, depressed. And the reason why is because there's no truth in it. And the reason why is because it's a fast food meal. You go to McDonald's or KFC or any of these fast food joints. They can get you the meal very quickly. You can eat it. but afterwards you don't feel so good. If you want a home cooked meal, that's going to take maybe an hour to make. When you eat it, you're going to feel good. So you have to ask yourself, do I have an hour to make a good meal? Because you see, not everything that's quick and easy is good for you. A lot of people in this matrix, they don't take time to observe the stars. Did you go outside in the heart of nature today? Have you been camping outside and just slept outside under a tent? Like that. Because this is how you really shift your frequency to a higher place, a higher state, and you raise the vibration. And a lot of people should try it, because it's going to wake up, it's going to awaken things inside of you. You know, just take a trip and go camping. Go camping. Very, very powerful. This is what the Native Americans were doing. And this is the reason why they have so much wisdom. So not everything is lost, deep divers. There's a huge shift happening where so many people are now starting to wake up again. So many people are now starting to find themselves. You know, a lot of women, and this is what the Native American women knew, that we hold a special power. You know, in Native American culture, they had rites of passage. And women learned how to be women. Men learned how to be men. And that's so important. Let's raise the frequency. Deep divers, how you feeling today? Shout out to everyone who's here, everyone who's raising the frequency, everyone who's raising the vibration. Let's raise the frequency. Raising the frequency, deep divers, as always. So like I say, civilization's final warning. The Native Americans warned us. The Hopi prophecy is playing out right now. And it's very important to take a look and take a listen. You know, one of the elders said, civilization has unleashed a monster beyond the wildest dreams of Dr. Frankenstein. That in itself is fascinating. And it's really time to pay attention to not only what the Native Americans were saying, but also other indigenous tribes all around the world, because they hold tremendous wisdom. Deep divers, shout out to everyone who's here. Make sure you hit that like button, share the video. Hit that like button, share the video. Powerful, powerful, powerful show. Powerful show. Shout out to everyone who's here. Once again, deep divers, go and check out that new video on this topic. I just said, let me go live and talk to deep divers in live time. Because like I told you, I'm stepping up the whole game as well. Right? Much love to all of you deep divers. Once again, stay tuned and go and check out the new videos, because we got a lot to talk about. One love to everybody. Let's raise the frequency. Once again, hit that like button, share the video. Hit that like button, share the video, and shout out to everyone who joined, who contributed to the show. You're most definitely appreciated. One love.